In a distant land, there were two opposing kingdoms, the Kingdom of Light and the Kingdom of Darkness. The Kingdom of Light was situated atop a high mountain where the sun always shone brightly. Its people lived in peace and happiness, ruled by King Arna, a just and wise leader. Meanwhile, the Kingdom of Darkness lay underground, trapped in eternal night. Queen Malika, who ruled the Dark Kingdom, was known for her pride and thirst for power. One day, King Arna summoned his daughter, Princess Lyra. "Lyra," said King Arna, "I fear there is a threat from the Kingdom of Darkness. Queen Malika has been gathering great power, and I am concerned she plans to attack us." Princess Lyra, known for her bravery and wisdom, replied, "Father, let me go to the Kingdom of Darkness and find out what is really happening. I believe there is a way to avoid war." Though worried, King Arna agreed. Princess Lyra set off, accompanied by her two loyal guards, Kyle and Lyra. They descended the mountain, passed through a dense forest, and finally reached the border between light and darkness. The air there was heavy, and the shadows of the darkness covered everything around them. At the border, they met a mysterious old man. "Be careful, Princess Lyra," said the old man. "In the Kingdom of Darkness, truth and lies are often hard to distinguish. Do not be deceived by what appears on the surface." Princess Lyra thanked him for the warning and continued her journey. When they arrived at the gates of the Kingdom of Darkness, something strange happened. The gates opened on their own, as if they had been expecting them. They were greeted by a messenger who led them straight to Queen Malika's palace. The queen sat on a glittering black throne, wearing a dark crown adorned with blood-red jewels. "Welcome, Princess Lyra," said Queen Malika with a sly smile. "I know why you've come. You wish to prevent a war between us, but are you ready to hear the truth from my point of view?" Princess Lyra, calm and composed, looked directly into the queen's eyes. "I am here to listen and seek peace. Tell me, why do you want war?" Queen Malika sighed deeply. "It is not war that I seek, but justice. For centuries, the Kingdom of Light has enjoyed the sun and peace, while we have been trapped in darkness and fear. The darkness was not our choice. We were cursed by your ancestors." Lyra was taken aback by this revelation. She had never heard this story before. "What do you mean? Our ancestors were never known as those who cast curses." "Because the history taught in your kingdom is full of lies," replied Queen Malika. "We once lived in peace like you, until the first King of Light stole the eternal light from this world and imprisoned it atop your mountain. Darkness consumed our kingdom forever." Princess Lyra felt a deep unease. Could it be that everything she had been taught was not entirely true? "What can I do to right this wrong?" she asked. Queen Malika smiled bitterly. "Return the eternal light to its rightful place, and both kingdoms will be balanced once again. But it will not be easy. You must pass 3 trials in the Valley of Shadows, where only the strongest of heart can survive." Without hesitation, Princess Lyra accepted the challenge. She knew that, difficult as it might be, this was the only way to save her kingdom from war and rectify the mistakes of the past. Accompanied by Kale and Lyra, Lyra journeyed to the Valley of Shadows. The valley was filled with dark creatures lurking behind every corner. The atmosphere was cold and terrifying, but Lyra moved forward with determination. The first trial appeared in the form of a giant mirror that reflected their deepest fears. Kyle saw his reflection abandoned by his family. Lyra saw her kingdom burning in flames. But Lyra saw herself, alone in a world without light, swallowed by darkness. With a strong heart, Lyra faced her reflection. "I am not afraid," she said. "I will bring the light back." The mirror shattered, and they passed the first trial. The second trial came in the form of a sea of emotions. There, they had to fight doubt, guilt, and despair that invaded their minds. Kale nearly drowned in his own thoughts, but Lyra reminded them all that they were in this together. With each other's support, they managed to overcome the trial. The final trial was to face the Guardian of Shadows, a powerful creature guarding the eternal light. "Only the pure of heart may pass through this gate," said the Guardian. "Are you certain of your purpose, Princess Lyra?" "Yes," Lyra replied firmly. "I do not do this for pride, power, or personal gain. I wish to restore balance and bring peace to both kingdoms." The guardians smiled and allowed them to pass. Beyond the gate, they found the eternal light, shining with a brilliance beyond description. Carefully, Lyra took the light and brought it back to the mountain peak at the border between the two kingdoms. As the eternal light was restored to its rightful place, something magical happened. Slowly, the darkness that had enveloped Queen Malika's kingdom began to fade. The long-lost sun appeared in the sky, casting gentle rays over both kingdoms. Queen Malika looked up at the sky with tears in her eyes. "You have succeeded, Princess Lyra. You have restored the justice that was long lost." Princess Lyra smiled softly. "Now both kingdoms can live side by side in peace and harmony, as they were always meant to." With light and darkness finally in balance, the Kingdom of Light and the Kingdom of Darkness began to build a new future together. Princess Lyra returned to her kingdom, welcomed with joy by her father and her people. But this time, she returned with new knowledge and wisdom, knowing that not all that is light is always right, and not all that is dark is always evil. And so the two kingdoms, once enemies, now lived in harmony, proving that true balance lies between light and darkness. The end.